3 días para pasarnos el juego. Y si no recuerdo mal, duran unas 25-30 horas y llevamos 11. Supongo que lo terminamos el domingo. Ya veremos. Vamos a meterle mucha caña. Más de la que yo pueda, pero bueno. A ver. Lo dejamos justamente. Espérate, porque este juego tiene el problema del sonido de los cojones. Y es que te deja como... no se escucha nada y de repente te deja medio sordo. A ver. Os voy a explicar el problema. El problema que tengo yo ahora mismo es que no me acuerdo dónde habían los sitios para esconderse. Lo cual puede resultar un problema bastante grande. Hola. Significa... Hola, bro. ¿Qué hace? Ya empezamos. No sé dónde estoy escondido. Creo que ahí en esos armarios que están mirando. La cosa puede acabar mal. No, vale, soy en ese armario de ahí. Ok, ¿dónde está viniendo? Me hace extraño que no me salte ningún Quick Time Event de esos mágicos. No, aléjate de aquí. A ver, como me haya pillado me voy a cabrear, que le he pulsado bien y todo. Lo único que pido es que no haya otra persecución ridícula porque los controles son horribles. Vamos a quitar esto. Y se va. Pues nada.
Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
Ok, vámonos. A ver, he venido aquí, ¿no? Pues a tomar por culo, me voy a enfrentar a él. Venga, ven, con mi llave inglesa a tomar por culo. Tú también, a tomar por culo. Y es que eso que no pueda pillar más objetos. No puedo pillar munición de un arma que no tengo. A ver, vente. Quiero pillar el café, ¿me deja, señor? La caja de herramientas. Y quiero ver el mapa. A ver. Da igual cual coja, ¿no? Va a llevar al mismo sitio. Me gusta este camino, a vosotros, ¿no? No. Persecución, no. Puta mierda, esto es horrible. A reventar el mando. ¡Abre, abre! Pero a ver, ¿por qué él pilla atajos? Yo no pillo atajos. ¡No! Ay, Dios mío, esto es horrible. ¿Qué cojones? ¿Qué? ¿Y por qué? ¿Por qué no me ha matado? Oh, espérate, con la llave inglesa, que eso está rotísimo. Que eso también es otra, me han dado esta llave inglesa y reviento todo de una hostia. No, yo no sé muy bien el sentido de la dificultad, pero mucha lógica no tiene. ¿Qué es esto? Blusa ensangrentada. A ver, creo que Becky está muerta, ¿vale? Eso no hay ninguna duda. Vino mientras dormía. Se quitó el impermeable. La cogió. No sé qué le hace. La está matando, pero no sé cómo. ¿Qué te pasa ahora? ¿Qué eres un zombie? Si eres un zombie, estamos bien. Estamos perfectamente bien, ¿hola? Ya no sea el asesino ese. Venga, vente. Vente. Vamos a hablar. No vale, por culo. Vente. Ah, que se ha muerto de la hostia también. Otra vez a la misma sala, pero qué cojones. Ah, no, pero esta vez ya hemos vuelto.
It's bad. Very bad, Zach.
Está muerta, ¿verdad?
The raincoat killer gave Becky a visit. Hold on.
Bueno, la cosa está jodida.
Is it rain? It's the shower. Zach, the bathroom, quick.
Espérate, compañero. ¿Qué es esto? Necesito la llave. Vamos a guardar. Que se vaya a la caja de herramientas. La cama de Becky tenemos que mantenerla. Bueno, tenemos que mantener intacta la escena del crimen, así que nada de echarse a dormir, Zack. No, y evidentemente va a estar cerrado. ¿Cómo cojones? No. Si voy para atrás, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué cojones?
Zach, she's still alive. Who did this? Who was it, Becky?
¿Cómo está viva?
Becky!
¿Ana?
What happened here?
¿What?
George, stay back. She's trying to speak. We don't have time! She's dying! Thomas, cut that wire. No! We must get her to the hospital immediately.
No. No. Pero eres imbécil.
What are you doing? Get out of the way! I'll do it!
¿Por qué no me dejas opción a mí?
Don't. George, stop!
¿Qué la vas a matar, imbécil? ¿Cómo? Eres imbécil. ¿Qué cojones está pasando aquí? Esta parte me está reventando. ¿Qué cojones?
You got us good this time, Zach.
Vamos a hablar tú y yo, qué pesadilla. Pero tú eres imbécil, has muerto por tu puta culpa. Becky, por si la acabas de reventar tú, imbécil. Puedo reventar de una vez. Ojalá poder matarte. Llevo de la caja fuerte. Perfecto. El tío me dice que pesadilla. Pues es tu puta culpa lo que acaba de pasar, ¿hola? No, así como vamos a lograr salvarlo si tenemos un policía que es imbécil. Bueno, buen sitio para estar, vosotros dos.
Oh.
My dear sister, I'm so sorry. I was a fool to fall for a man like him. I don't have the words to apologize to Anna.
I left her there. She was suffering so much, and I just ran away. I know he wanted to kill me too, but I'm not going to let him get away with this. I followed him after he was finished. He carried Anna into the woods. Anna was holding on to that precious locket of his. He couldn't remove it from her hand, even though she was dead. But she let go of it for me, though. It was like she gave it to me. So I brought it home. I might be able to bring Anna's killer down with it. I want you to see it. I know even he wouldn't dare to harm you. He'll catch me, though, if I go into town. I'm trapped in my house. So I've asked Isaac and Isaiah to deliver it. They totally believe that Anna became a goddess. I believe so, too. She looked so beautiful, as though she might smile back at any moment. I have something else to confess to you. I borrowed a pair of your shoes without asking and broke the heel on one of them. I'll send them along with the locket. I'm sure the shoe can be fixed.
So Becky is Miss Stiletto Heel, and she gave the locket to the twins. Must be the special secret Lily told us about, Zach. We better go and see her first thing tomorrow. Emily, who might this sister be that Becky was referring to here?
That would be Diane. Didn't you know Diane and Becky were sisters?
I should have known, Zach. We're all family.
Previously during the investigation.
I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen.
Thomas, did you see Nick here? No. When I got here, he was already like this.
What are you doing? Get out of the way! I'll do it!
George, stay back. She's trying to speak.
No! It couldn't be! Nick! Oh, please, no!
You got us good this time, Zach.
Oh, I can't believe it, man. Now that's heavy.
Me neither.
When did Becky stop coming to work?
I think it was like from the day Anna was killed, man. Yeah, that's right. She was totally depressed about something.
Quint called for her to let us know she wasn't coming in for work. She must have been totally in shock, the poor thing.
So you took the twins along to cheer her up.
That's right, hon. If only I knew it would be like this, I'd have spent more time talking to her.
You told me about a special secret between your children and Becky.
Yes, of course. What about it?
It seems Becky handed them an item before she was
Pero
killed.
no lo digas.
Any idea what that might be?
Now that you mention it, They had a box about this size, which they said was very important.
That's it. I'd like to talk to them about this in person. Where are the boys now?
They went out, actually, with Mr. Kaysen.
They said they were going to visit Greenvale Forest Park today. They were going to take Willie for a walk, that dog of his.
Kaysen? Do you know him well?
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. He always brings us gifts from his road trips. The kids love him, so we let him take them out every once in a while. You know, for a little quality time with the missus.
Okay, I understand, but the situation calls for urgency. I'll go and look for them myself, and if they come home without running into me, could you let us know?
Sure, of course. I'll contact the department.
El pelo del asesino se parece al pelo de este tío. Lo poco que hemos podido ver, porque es que encima se ve borroso. Ay.
Isaac and Isaiah aren't here. They're apparently out with Kaysen. Let's go look for them.
With Kaysen? Sounds like a long story. Any ideas where to start looking?
Lily told me where they went. No problem.
Tengo mucho tiempo libre, pero es que me apetece continuar con la historia. Así de simple.
And today, we're stuck here having to search for lost children.
They're not lost. We're the ones who are lost.
And so we are, Emily. Zach, we may as well have fun if we're getting lost.
You sure know how to take your time at a time like this.
Espera, ¿cómo se va al parque? Estoy viendo comida y todo. Por aquí. No tienes misión. Bueno, creo que es por aquí y ya estaría. Confiemos que es por aquí y ya está. Por cierto, tenía una misión activa, ahora que recuerdo. Sí, la de ir a las 9. Okay.
I can't believe 2 people have been murdered in our town. And now 2 young children are at the center of it all. I just can't come to grips with it yet.
Crime will happen wherever there are people. And that's why we have our jobs.
Might be easier for you because you don't live here. These were people that I knew that were killed. And the murderer might be someone who lives here in this town. It's really depressing.
I know. But someone has to bring this murder to justice.
You're right, I know. But, oh, Agent York, sometimes I just think I'm not really cut out to be a cop.
Not true, Emily. You have the potential to be a superb law enforcer.
No, esto es el cementerio.
You can be emotional at times, but you also possess what's most important.
I do? What do you mean?
What do you think?
Que me queda 40%
Sense of justice.
Justice? I must admit, I'm surprised to hear such a... how should I say this? Such an obvious answer. I thought you'd say something else.
Obvious or not, I joined the FBI in order to do what's right. And that's what's important.
I understand, but still, you seem... I'm sorry. I need some time to think.
Whatever do you want to think about?
Justice. I want to think about justice.
Zach, she's quite the philosopher, isn't she?
Vale, por aquí.
Then again, death makes everyone a philosopher.
Sí, por aquí. No me queda casi gasolina, no me he dado cuenta. Tendría que haber ido a reponer. Bueno, da igual. Esperemos que no me jodan y me dé para llegar otra vez a la ciudad, que supongo que sí. Por el amor de Dios, sé que está lejos el parque. Pero lejos de cojones, Pero lo peor es que tengo que ir aún más lejos. Oh, aquí hay un hueso. Vamos a ir a por el hueso.
Is there something you want to check out?
Sí.
Well, either way, it doesn't matter. I can see you won't be rushed. I'm gonna go ahead, okay?
Pero compañera, que voy a buscar un puto
Okay,
hueso.
that would be fine.
Then I'll head over to the place that Lily mentioned. Don't take too long before you catch up, okay?
Pero que ya voy, pero que voy a coger un puto hueso. Que aquí es donde encontramos el cadáver de Ana.
A human bone?
Tenemos 4
This
ya.
doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
No sé cuántos me faltan, pero ya tenemos 4. Simplemente espero que aquí arriba haya un coche aparte de este y puedo bajar sin problemas. Bueno, ya estamos, continuamos con el coche.
So, Zach, this case turned into a multiple homicide. What kind of motives turn a criminal into a serial killer? Is it hedonistic? Ritualistic? Copycat crime? Sex-related? Cannibalistic? From the Bureau's statistics. These interesting ideas don't always really explain the real motive. They're just words, phrases that the media uses to scare citizens. The spotlight falls on a mere 1% of all cases. Only the weird ones.
You understand all this, right, Zach? No matter how bizarre a crime may appear to be, at the root, there is always rage and personal interest. Right, Zach?
Most people simply don't kill for pleasure. But that kind of common sense never applies to our investigations. Maybe we're lucky. Or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. We end up working on those cases in that 1%.
Do you remember, Zach, the first case we handled just after becoming a special agent?
Now let's talk about this another time. I don't feel like it right now.
Vamos a guardar.
Zach, is
a
there
pillar
something
esto.
here that you want to check out?
According to Lily, the twins should be with Kaysen. Perhaps we should try going to where she told us they might be.
Pero, bueno, ok.
Agent York, I found Isaac and Isaiah. They're over there. Let's go.
Hello again, Isaac and Isaiah. I hear you're teaching Willie to do tricks. What's your secret?
It's easy. Really simple. If he does it right, we give him a treat. rookie if he does it right.
I see. Very clever. So, tell me, you two. Could you perhaps tell me your special secret with Becky?
No, we can't. It won't be a secret if we tell.
I'm not telling. We promised Becky.
Now that's a problem. Because I also made a promise to Becky. I promised to catch the bad man. But I can't keep my promise if I don't know what the secret is. Do you see?
She told us to give Diane a box. It wasn't that heavy.
We took it to the art gallery and gave it to Diane.
Is that all Becky gave you?
Just when we were leaving to take the box to Diane, Becky called us back. She handed us something. It was small and round. She told us to keep it safe in our pocket and give it to Diane.
And then you met Carol on your way?
Yep, I took the round thing out of my pocket and we looked at it.
And then she talked to us.
We told her that we were on an errand for Becky. She said she'd do it for us.
But we told her no, because Becky asked us, not her. We promised Becky to do it ourselves.
So Becky did entrust the locket to them. And now Carol has it. Right, Kaysen?
Huh?
You were in the room when Carol took the locket back from Diane. I saw you with Diane in the art gallery that day.
Well, yeah, I was there in the room, but I was only chatting with Diane. Oh, then Carol burst in, all angry looking. While Carol and Diane had their talk, I just sat there like a frog. Yeah, so Carol took the locket from Diane, but that has nothing to do with me, right?
Yes, I believe so. But from this instant, you are now a key witness in this case. I'm afraid you can't leave town until you hear from me.
What? Can you do that? This is all starting to sound a little like Alice in Wonderland.
Which makes you Humpty Dumpty.
Huh?
Isaac and Isaiah, thank you. I think I'll be able to keep my promise with Becky thanks to you two.
How is Becky?
Is she getting better?
She'll come and help out at our store again, won't she?
She'll come and play with us again, won't she?
Boys, about Becky.
That's right. Becky is almost totally better now. But I don't think she'll be able to come and see you. I was told by Becky to keep this a secret. But she's actually a goddess of the forest, just like Anna. I think she's gonna be in the forest with Anna for a while.
Cool. We'll keep this a secret then, too.
Wow, that's why Anna and Becky are such good friends.
Okay, Willie.
You're happy too, aren't you?
Zach, I hope Emily doesn't end up as a forest goddess too.
Se supone que es policía y debería saber autodefensa. Se supone.
Okay then, Zach. Let's go over what we found out recently about the case.
Okay.
First, Diane, the owner of the art gallery. She was out drinking with Nick Cormack in a bar on the night Anna died. Nick confirmed this, and so she has an alibi. But then we have what Nick's wife Olivia told us.
According to Olivia, Nick and Diane not only went to the bar, but also went somewhere else that night. Do you remember where that was?
A la galería, ¿verdad?
That's right, the art gallery. Before entering the gallery, Diane looked back towards Olivia, almost as though she saw Olivia in the dark. Nick's behavior has also become more suspicious by the day.
If Olivier is correct, then he is heavily involved in this case. But we have no conclusive evidence of that at the moment. The only thing we can say for sure is that Nick's whereabouts are unknown at the time of Becky's murder. He has no alibi for the crime, but that fact alone means nothing. So who was it that called Thomas to report trouble at Becky's place?
Quinn.
That's right. It was Quint, Becky's boyfriend. He went to her house and saw the tragedy. Now, about Becky's murder. I'm embarrassed and mortified. The killer struck again while we were on the case. We found her bitten off tongue. A massive amount of red seeds that poured out of the blood. And an inverted peace symbol, like the one seen at the site of Anna's murder. From the similarities, one can deduce that Anna's killer killed Becky.
Sí, evidentemente.
We also found one other important piece of evidence in Becky's room. Can you remember what that was, Zach?
Un cuaderno y zapatos. Los zapatos a con aguja. No.
That's not right, Zach.
A ver, encontramos esto, me están vacilando aparte de la nota. Digo, la nota no es esta, no se parece, pues será
We
otra
found a
cosa.
sketchbook in Becky's room. She had apparently written a letter to her sister Diane.
Sí, también lo de los zapatos, pero bueno.
It revealed that Becky took a locket from Anna's body at the crime scene. She also admitted to borrowing a pair of Diane's stiletto heel shoes. So Miss Stiletto Heels was Becky.
Sí, vimos los tacones.
There was something else at the end of the letter. It said that she handed the locket and stiletto heel shoes to someone.
A los niños.
Do you remember who, Zach? That's right, Zach. And from what Isaac and Isaiah told us, Carol offered to take the items to Diane, but the twins refused. They gave them to Diane themselves, as they had promised. For some reason, Carol wanted the locket. She ended up storming into the gallery to take it from Diane. And when Carol took the locket from Diane, Kaysen just happened to be there. Is Kaysen involved in this? Or was he just there by coincidence?
Implicado seguramente.
I wonder what's so special about the locket, too. Why did Carol want it so badly? The questions are mounting. Come to think of it, Quint, the first witness, has no alibi for Becky's death. We checked the phone records, and his call definitely came from her house. Is it possible he attacked Becky and then called us from the scene? But everyone is suspicious one way or another. What should we do next? Okay, who's the most suspicious?
Como me hagas... Aquí hay que pensar. A ver, ¿cuál es más sospechoso? Pues no tengo ni puta idea. A ver, tengo que ser sinceros. El que me parece más sospechoso es Nick.
No, I don't think so, Zach. He's certainly suspicious, but there is someone else at the center of this.
Su hermana. Entonces, ahora.
That's right. Becky's sister and Carol's enemy, linked to both Nick and Kaysen, the elegant owner of the art gallery. Zach, that's our next move. We'll start with Diane.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
That's right. There's just too many things that we don't know. First, we need more intel about the relationship between Nick and Diane.
How?
Nick and Diane meet every night at the bar. Let's use that. George, we'll need you to stake out the gallery.
What do you mean?
Wait in the parking lot of the art gallery and tail Diane when she leaves. If she goes anywhere other than the bar, you let me know. Emily, you take the diner. Wait for Nick and tail him to the bar too. As with George, if he goes anywhere else, then you let me know.
Okay.
Thomas, you keep a watch on them inside the bar.
Yes, I will.
I'll be waiting in the parking lot of the bar. Once Nick and Diane are together, I will follow them wherever they go. What time do they usually show up, Thomas?
Around the same time. Usually between 22 and 2300.
Then at that time we do it, boys and girls.
A ver, se supone que vamos a tener varias horas ahora, ¿no? Uf, me da una pereza hacer secundarias increíble.
Zach, we need to be at Carol's bar at 2200. Looks like we have some time to kill. We can go to the diner and see how Nick and Olivia are doing.
Son las 8:30, a ver qué podemos hacer. Vamos a ir allí a lo de la comida. Buah, espérate, espera. Que no tiene gasolina el puto coche. Lo que me estás contando. Bueno, vamos a ir donde toque a tomar por culo.
Do you remember? How many years ago was it now? That multiple homicide of young girls in that college town in Illinois. All the victims were cut open from the throat to the crotch. Ripped right open. During the autopsy, a second stomach was found inside the first victim's body. Of course, she didn't naturally grow a second stomach. One of the stomachs belonged to someone else. As more victims piled up, there was one with 2 hearts, one with 2 livers, 4 lungs. Different organs each time.
Of course, those extra organs didn't do the girls much good, right, Zach?
And they say too much is never enough. In the end, we arrested a professor at the med school. They found the body of his daughter, dead, and the missing organs at his house. You remember what he said when we took him in? I was ordered to restore those deformed bodies back to normal. And remember who he said ordered him? An alien. Well, of course, we couldn't arrest an alien, so we arrested the professor instead. Serial killers can't be caught by logic and common sense. I learned this the hard way. That first case taught me that. Since then, these cases just keep getting more and more complicated. It's a tough job. I thought getting experience while I was young would make the job easier.
Bueno, vamos a
Zach, is there something here?
fumarnos un cigarro para hacer tiempo. Ya estaría.
Nick's still in the bar.
Just as we planned then. I wonder what happens next.
Agent York, you're really enjoying this, aren't you? I have to admit, I envy that.
No me gusta que se ponga bien.
Nick is leaving the bar.
What about Diane?
She isn't here tonight.
Emily, check that with George.
George, can you hear me? Nick's leaving the bar. What's happening with Diane?
No movement. Tell me what to do here.
Stay put, George. I'm thinking Nick will head to the gallery. Let's meet up there.
10-4. Copy that.
Cuidado que me van a dar gasolina infinita para llegar y todo.
Agent York, it's Nick.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's go.
Okay. Time to play with the big boys, Nick.
No. Persecuciones, no, por favor. A ver, la cosa es jodida, ¿no? Porque es un poco puta mierda esto. Y encima es que la galería es a la otra punta de la ciudad. Entonces, bueno. No, no, no. Ahí, poco a poco. favor, ¿cuánto queda para llegar? Aún queda bastante, pero si no recuerdo mal. Ahora tenemos que volver a tirar todo recto. Y después izquierda. Todo recto y llegaremos. Ahora a izquierda, si no me equivoco. ¿No es todo recto? Ah, es cierto, había otro camino que iba en dos direcciones donde la casa de Becky. Dime que por fin ha acabado esto, por favor. Qué coñazo.
We'd all have halos by now if I was driving.
I think someone's putting a curse on all the cars I drive recently.
Agent York, Nick's getting away.
Don't worry, time to get serious. Hold on, you two, this might get bumpy. Is Nick here? George?
No, he hasn't showed up here.
What about Diane? Any movement?
No action here at all. Did something happen?
Yes, a little. But George, something's different about you. Are you okay?
Actually, I had a little drink while I was waiting. This is my first murder case, after all. I'm on edge, and I needed one. It was only a little, though. I'm still in control.
Zach, Nick and Diane are probably both inside.
George, you're sure you didn't see Nick?
Positive. I haven't taken my eyes from the entrance all night.
Not that I don't trust you, George, but I'm positive Nick is here. Is there another entrance?
Not that I know of.
Well, I'll go look for one. Help me out if you can, would you?
Bueno, es evidente que aquí va a haber... Oh, fuck. ¿El reloj se ha vuelto loco? No, no. Tiene pinta que aquí va a haber otra dungeon y más o menos después de esto, si esto no se equivoca, llevaremos la mitad de juego, más o menos. Vamos a romperlo todo. Oh, no me jodas. Pero... No, creo que dispara. ¿Pero qué hacen aquí? ¿Por qué empezamos ya con las fiestas? ¿Qué te pasa? Qué falso. Pues nada, por aquí no. Vamos a buscar por la otra parte. Bueno, a ver, amigos.
Yes. Amazing. Amazing. Yes. Amazing. Yes. Nice shot. Great.
Pero madre mía, sí que hay, ¿no? Me podrían ayudar mis compis. Vente. Contigo. Para la caja de herramientas. Que allí siempre hacen falta. La única preocupación que tengo son los que tienen armas de fuego. Los demás me dan un poco igual. Nick Conrack. Joder, compañero. Tengo que comer cosas. Vale, así no. Y la caja. Y tan pocas palabras, el cabrón no dice nada. Pero, ¿qué hay montada aquí? Realmente. Pero, deja de aparecer, por favor. ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Tú también? Nos va fatal, ¿eh? Vamos a abrir este atajo. Esta parte va jodidamente mal. Pero, a ver, ¿qué quieres tú? ¿Puedes morirte? Gracias. Hostia, estos ya sé dónde da.
Emily, I want you guys to...
Wait out here, I know. I'm not gonna fight you about this anymore.
¿Cómo has llegado aquí?
But promise me this. If there's trouble, then you'll call us in, okay?
¿Cómo has pasado con todos esos enemigos?
You might not think so, but we're a team.
A team?
That's what I think, at least, and I'm interested in you and Zach. I don't want anything to happen to you before I hear more about you two.
La escopeta no sé cuándo me la darán. Espero que pronto.
Zach, did you hear that? She wants to know more about you. Isn't that a nice surprise? Amazing.
Bueno. Ay, madre mía. Las voces son súper molestas, ¿eh? No puedo llevar más munición, pero... ¿Qué? Gotas de sangre procedentes del techo y todavía están frescas. ¿Serán de la víctima? Y se van para aquí. Un retrato pálido en fondo rojo. Qué sonrisa tan repulsiva. ¿Qué es ese ruido, por favor? Por cierto, me voy a tomar un botiquín. Porque me han golpeado, ¿vale? Ya que estamos. Esto va a acabar con una persecución. ¿Pero qué es este ruido? Va a acabar mal. Me voy a meter un puto screamer otra vez. Wow.
¿Ah?
Un nuevo tipo de enemigo. Madre mía. ¿Qué te pasa en la cara? ¿Qué estás haciendo? No me jodas, que es un enemigo. Solo te puedo hacer daño cuando... No me lo creo. ¿Qué puta mierda de enemigo es este? Me estás vacilando. No es ni divertido. Por el amor de Dios. Pero que le estaba dando el tiro y no me lo esquiva. Venga, va. Lo veo un poco ridículo este enemigo, la verdad. Puede ser así. Pero a ver. ¿Lo voy a esperar con una pistola? No entiendo la lógica de este juego, que la pistola hace más daño que la otra arma, pero bueno. Espero no encontrarme más de estos enemigos, por favor. Porque no son ni divertidos. Vamos a guardar. Vale. A ver, ¿qué me interesa guardar? Esto mismo. Lo que se voy a sacar son unas galletas. Por si acaso. Y vamos a cambiarnos de traje. Vale. Volvemos a ponernos el traje estándar, que ya está limpio. Y continuemos. Un candado. ¿A quién han matado, por cierto? Yo creo que la hermana de Becky.
This is the entrance hall.
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
¿Cuántas pistas?
Too much noise. We're still missing a vital piece of the puzzle.
¿Cuántas pistas voy a necesitar? 3, bueno, podría ser peor. Espero que no sea muy larga la dungeon esta. Necesito conseguir algo y traerlo aquí. Hay manos. ¿Puedo disparar a las manos? No. Aquí también necesito colgar algo. Los cuadros han cambiado a algo mucho más turbio. ¿Cómo? ¿Qué tengo que hacer? ¿Hola? Ah, que tengo que colgar. Madre mía, que se me lía. Se nos va a liar. ¿Cómo va? No tengo ni puta idea. Déjame, que colgar. Te medio bugueas allí. Esta es verde, ¿verdad? Sí. Y esta es roja. Y me falta una que no tengo ni puta idea de dónde está, es maravilloso. Aquí. Que va a salir del cuadro. Wow. Pues venga, vente, que tengo una llave inglesa. Venga. Ah, que salen varios. No, por favor. ¿Hay alguna arriba? Sí, tanto que hay arriba. Una escopetita. Voy a un arma. ¿Cuánta munición tengo de escopeta? Ninguna, porque la dejé en el baúl. Entiendo. Una semilla roja puede ser una pista muy importante para resolver el caso.
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
Cojones. La colgó a algún sitio otra vez. Vamos a ir a guardar, ¿vale? Ya que estamos. por si acaso. Porque no me apetece volver a repetir toda esta parte. Más aparte, podemos dejar esto que no me interesa y sacar esto que sí que me interesa. Vale, a ver. Por aquí no puedo pasar. ¿Tú crees que me importa que salga prohibido el paso? Para la caja. Vente, amigo. Sala de disposiciones, ni puta idea de dónde está. Vamos a pillar munición. Venga. ¿Cómo que es eso del fondo? Zapatos de tacón de aguja con un tacón roto. Becky ya ha debido enviarlos con la carta. Ay. Puede ser el jefe de policía, que no lo sé ya.
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna
Vamos, sí que la abrió. ¿Quién es? Cogió el... Joder, el objeto circular, el que tenía la marca de la paz al revés. Hay enemigos y es por aquí. Ok. Venga, vente. Basta. Venga, que se levanten todos. No se levanta nadie, en serio. Llega un punto, sinceramente, en que esto está tan roto que mato todo de una hostia que me la está sudando bastísimo los enemigos. Realmente, tomar por culo. Ya no puedo pillar más munición. ¿Qué sucede? ¿Hay uno aquí? Pues mira, venga. Para casa. Oh, el sótano. Fuck. La pared está llena de sangre, pero no sé de quién. Quizás se trate de otro asesinato. Sí. ¿No has llegado a esa conclusión ya? Madre mía, la que hay que montar. Ah, que había otro aquí, en la ventana. Parece como si hubiera desbloqueado algo, ¿no? Ah, vale. Bueno, espera. Voy a usar uno para curarme, pillo este. ¿Qué es esto? Oh, otra vez. Alguien ha pintado con sangre un signo de la paz invertido en este cuadro circular. No es parte de la colección. O 3 de 3 ya, qué rápido.
What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed.
¿Quién tiene ese pelo? La lleva rastras, ¿no? Otra vez. Tú no, quieres un coñazo. Ay. Venga, va. Pero que encima no sube, ¿sabes? Qué amable de tu parte dejarme grabar. Como siempre, para la caja y a tomar por culo. Vale, ya está. Disculpad por eso. Me voy a equipar la escopeta y que se venga por aquí. Este enemigo es un puto coñazo. Pues por suerte con la escopeta los cargas de 2 tiros. Vamos a guardar la escopeta para estos enemigos. Ahí sí que me pega un mini susto. Venga. No. Venga, gírate, Ponte de colorcito. Toma por culo. Está dejando medio sordo la música. Tres tiros de escopeta. Ni tan mal. Joder. Déjame avanzar. Venga. ¿Qué haces? Puto animal. Puto loco. Hola. Y más si te acercas parece que tiene un otro traque. Como haya otro más. Puta madre. Un botequín grande. Nice. A las cuantas si no me he pillado aquí y me intenta meter un susto. Me va a pillar, ¿verdad? Ah, no. No ha usado el recurso más básico. Sorprendente. Lo va a hacer en algún momento. Estoy 100% seguro que vaya a subir una escalera y me coja cuando esté arriba. Pero 500% seguro que eso va a pasar. Esto lo podría realmente guardar esta arma. No puedo guardar toda esta basura. ¿Cómo voy de objetos? Hay de estados, de comida y de... Estamos bien. Está cerrado. Me sorprende que aún no haya aparecido nuestro amigo. Eso es muy raro. ¿En serio no ha aparecido nuestro compi? ¿A intentar matarme?
Nick.
Agent Morgan, where are you? Answer me! Come on, open up!
Diane? George, call for assistance with the body.
Wait! She's still alive.
Diane, don't move. Don't move your hands and stay still.
No va a acabar bien esto.
George, it's no good. It won't budge.
¿Qué tal si me ayudáis?
Stand back.
Por favor, ¿qué tal si el Thomas ayuda? No se va a salvar, creo que...
There's not enough time.
George, catch us!
Thomas! Call an ambulance!
What? What?
Agent York, George, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. I think I'm too old to be an acrobat, though.
Diane looks okay, too. She should be able to tell us who did this to her.
God, I hope so. But you, George, quite a catch. I'm impressed. Hmm?
George? Diane.
Oh, what a beautiful beast. The witchy one who fear art is the many directions. combination of sharp voices lied away interruptingly, inspiring a truly deep eroticism in all who clear. Every woman will fantasize about being penetrated by those sharp voices. This piece of most unimaginable brutality. And yet, this is far more than a wooden piece of art. It is a piece of masterpiece by elegant
Diane?
themselves. Come closer. Begging speech.
Diane!
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Huh.
Back off! Don't touch me!
Diane, no! Move!
Emily, hurry!
I requested... and...
Thomas will need a body bag, too.
Nick, quiet.
Can you hear that?
Hmm?
I think he wants us to follow him. Shall we follow, Zach?
No he entendido absolutamente nada, parece que como que tiene superpoderes. Porque a este tío le brillaban los ojos. George dejó mucha fuerza y de repente le empezó a brillar los ojos. La otra empezaba a hablar. ¿What?
Zach, Willie is calling for us. Zach, Willie is calling for us.
Un segundo, ahora vuelvo. Vale, ya estoy. Entiendo.
Willie, are you out there? Kason, what are you doing in there?
York, is that you? Thank God. I can't get this door open. Can you unlock it from your side?
Kason, stand away from the door.
Where's Diane? And what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, let's just say I have my reasons, you know, private reasons. I don't really have to tell you, do I?
Actually, you do. Diane just died a moment ago.
What?
You're not just a key witness now. You're now a suspect. And you need to tell me exactly what you were doing here.
Well, I just came here to talk with Diane, to have a conversation.
And I suppose that kiss mark on your cheek is from your conversation.
This was just a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Which is exactly what killed Diane.
Okay. I came here to be with Diane. You happy now? We've been together before, a couple times. It's one of the reasons why I like coming to this town, see? This time is no different. I bumped into her in a bar in Seattle. I had some holiday coming up. Well, so I just took it and I drove her back here. I have a wife, you know, but we've been separated for a while. We're going through a divorce right now, and I don't want her lawyer finding out. Anyway, how could I kill Diane if I was in a room locked from the outside? 2 hours ago, me and Diane, we were taking it easy, drinking upstairs. We were, you know, enjoying ourselves. Then Nick had to show up. Well, then Diane had a sudden change of heart. She locked me up in here. I've just been here, waiting for her to come back, of course, but she didn't. I heard footsteps a couple of times, but they just passed by. Well, then I couldn't wait anymore, so I let Willie here out through the window. Then you showed up instead of Diane.
Zach, Diane has become the third victim of our killer. And nada from questioning Nick. Nothing. Got no new leads from questioning Nick. He's taken the death of Diane really badly. In shock, the works. He claims to have liked talking with her about art. But he also had a problem with her views about men. He says that they argued, but not at a level that would lead to a murder. They were about to head out to the bar again together. But while he was waiting for Diane, someone knocked him out cold. He has no idea who it was either. Of course, Kaysen looks like a prime suspect. But that door was locked from the outside. There was no other way in or out of that room. Which means there is no evidence of his involvement at this time. He did say something else. The footsteps he heard outside the room were not heels, but a man's boots. And Nick was wearing boots. But now that Diane's dead, no one can back up Nick's statement. Which is why we have Nick in custody and have to let Kaysen go free. That seemed like the only option, at least for now. One more thing, Zach. George looked terribly depressed. I guess this case is really getting to him. He's feeling responsible for the deaths of Becky and Diane. Take his rules and confidence away from him? I wonder what's left. Well, of course, he'd still have muscle. Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
What is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, you don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think? We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel. George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot. And fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees. I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink, but I guess this bar is my confession chamber, and I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems, not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks. I do feel a little better. Since we're here, why don't you talk to a few other people? I'll just finish off my drink. Let me know before you leave, okay?
Vamos a guardar. No, no.
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead. Diane, too. We've got Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
I'm busy, gotta go. Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Zach, Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
York? Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose. Is this a problem?
No, of course not. Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
I'm afraid I've already had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
I think George likes you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past. Okay, he did ask me out when I first came to town. I was still in high school. But I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too. I respect him, of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him. My mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Past tense?
Yeah, she's gone now. Cancer, just before I graduated high school. She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
I had a good time tonight. Good night.
See you tomorrow.
York.
Yes?
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't. Don't worry. I won't.
Vale. Solo queda volver al hotel. Vamos para el hotel y supongo que terminaremos el episodio 2.
There was another really bad one around this time of year. 3 years ago. Remember, Zach? Yes, that's right. That one. Multiple homicide, same MO, across Utah, Colorado, and Missouri. The victims were all average married housewives. But after being run over so many times by a car, they didn't look human. 5 victims in 2 months in the 3 states. The way he killed them was always the same. But aside from that, there was nothing that linked the victims together. Well, they were all married. But age, race, nothing else matched up. Tire marks and fragments of paint ID'd the car that was used. That's where things got really tricky. The perpetrator used a 1993 model Cadillac Alante as a weapon. It was registered in the name of one Senator... No, I don't feel like talking about this anymore. That senator's basement. I wish I could forget what I saw there. Zach, let's go over our progress. From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects. There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed. We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery. Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes. Do you remember what that was, Zach? No, that's not it, Zach. Think back more carefully. What was different from the other crime scenes? That's right. Diane was still alive. This suggests that very little time had passed since the crime was committed. Which means the criminal was still close by. It was somewhere near the scene. There are two possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance, and one other. Zach, who was the other person in the gallery? That's right, Casey. We followed Willie, good dog, all the way to him. Cason's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The two were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Cason up in the basement. Now what did Cason hear when he was locked up? That's it. The sound of boots passing by. Nick was wearing boots that day. Which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest. Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer? Me too. Usha sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach. This confirms her as a victim of the raincoat killer. Remaining leads. There is the locket, which is in Carol's possession, the man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer. I hope the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow. Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy. And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan. Emily? What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
My mother was a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly, baked cakes and cookies every day. She'd say that I needed the sugar because I spent so much time thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly ever at home. The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Who's Zach?
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, I've never seen his face. But he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child. I was 7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back to my senses, they were both dead. He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends. I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together. Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer. And here we are, working together, getting through things. This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh yeah, York, I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
You saved my life. If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Maybe hopeless, but not useless.
Zach, do you think Emily got home safely? Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember our conversation with Emily? She's really interested in you. I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you. If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed. if it comes to that. Let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
Thomas! Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please! Just for a moment. 1 second. Hate it. Here, Thomas. I know you're there. Come on, please! Thomas! 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 Thomas!
¿Qué cojones?
Previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
I do. It's better than staying here.
Very well. Off you go, Mr.
Look carefully, boy. At times, we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love.
Mr. Morgan, do you want a refill?
Yes. Thank you.
Is the coffee that good, Mr. Morgan?
Coffee is a vital, investigative tool. I know exactly what to do now. It says to hurry, and the first letter of each line is H-A-R-R-Y. Hurry to Harry. Looks like the time that he was talking about has come. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit. Polly, I think I'm going to go see Harry today.
Oh, really? He's a little strange, but I think he's the most trustworthy one around here. I think you'll have fun with him.
If you say so, Polly, then we probably will.
Of course. Now, give me your cup, and I'll give you some more coffee.
I'll see you later, Polly.
Mr. Morgan, what about the coffee? Don't you want a refill? Your coffee!
Pues nada, toca ir a por Harry.
Hey, am I still a suspect?
No.
Okay, well, good. My wife and I have been living separately for over 3 years now. Diane, she's a single woman, so this shouldn't be a problem.
That's true.
I feel so bad for Diane, though. Gosh, did you find out who did it?
I can't discuss that.
Yes, of course. I understand. You don't have to tell any of the folks around town about me and Diane, do you?
No, I won't do that. But it's a small town. I'm sure the rumors have started already. Nothing to be ashamed of, right? What's there to worry about?
Nothing in particular. No, nothing at all. I'm clean as the sheets in this hotel. What's with that look? We don't have a problem, right?
It looks like Kaysen is involved with another woman in town. We can only hope it isn't Emily.
York, I can't find Thomas. Was he here?
No, I haven't seen him. Have you tried the radio?
I've been trying, but he's not answering.
What about Nick?
No problem with him. He's calmed down a little. He's still saying he didn't do it. Nick said that Thomas disappeared sometime during the night. He kept calling for him, but Thomas stopped responding. I'm a bit worried. George has asked for permission to search for Thomas.
I understand that things have been hard for Thomas, but surely he's just resting at home. But I'm not against looking for him. Tell George that he has my blessing.
Okay. As far as I know, Thomas always calls in when he needs a day off.
We're human, and so we are limited. As far as you know, there haven't been any serial killings here before, right?
That's right, but that's not...
Emily, I'm going to see Harry today.
What? Why? We have plenty of other leads to follow, don't we?
He did invite me over, though. It would be bad manners not to accept.
Are you really an FBI agent? I think the FBI would take a more logical approach to investigations.
But Emily, a serial killer does not stay within the boundaries of logic. Thus, you can't hope to capture such a killer using only logic. That's why I'm going to see Harry. You go with George and find Thomas.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Great. Thanks.
I was an idiot for thinking he might be a good pick. I really need to work on my taste in men.
Vamos a ir directamente. Fuck. La historia está demasiado interesante como para que me meta yo a hacer secundarias, que no me apetecen nada ahora mismo. Aparte de que nos quedamos sin tiempo. Pero bueno, supongo que sí podré terminarlo para el domingo.
That dive I made at the gallery ended up being a wasted attempt to save a life. It's a real mess, Zach. Dive. When's the last time I made a dive like that? Oh, I remember. Do you? It was in my late teens. We used to go to those concerts. You and I like punk rock, but we like different types of punk. You liked hard and heavy punk, like Crash and Sham 69. I like the more twisted ones, like The Damned, Buzzcocks, Iggy Pop, and Joy Division. We used to talk for hours about the bands we really liked, but for some reason, neither of us listened to the Sex Pistols. I wonder why that was. Seems strange thinking about it now.
Es que no sé si es el camino correcto. Tu coche.
You know what? There was one band that we both liked. We went all the way to New York to see them play, right, Zach? It took us hours to get to New York by bus. We got to the CBGB and we were so nervous we couldn't go inside. It took us 30 minutes to gather enough courage to go inside. And inside, we were shocked. Right, Zach? I'll never forget that feeling. It was like a blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg Bop. The Ramones. That song still makes me feel good. And that's a sign of a classic. But it's amazing I got in without being asked for ID. Those were the good old days. Rock and roll high school and Chinese rock. Sheena is a punk rocker and surfing bird. And I was so depressed when I heard the news of the deaths. Original punk is one of the greatest gifts left from the 20th century. Let's hope they're still rocking on wherever they are.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, finally you have arrived. You are welcome to come inside.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, Mr. Stewart has been waiting for you. To the meeting room you shall go to. The meeting room is through here. Please be kind. Be sincere. Yes?
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues. Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, please have some tea while it is hot. Too much coffee for your body will make it rot.
You seem well prepared. Almost as though you knew I would be coming today.
Mr. Stewart is particular about the best timing for all things. Now please, drink some tea and enjoy the good health it brings.
I'm sorry, Harry, but I just don't like tea.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, some tea with sugar is what's best admired by your body that looks so tired. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, where did you get these seeds?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, those seeds were found in our town in a certain specific place. More seeds are there, you will see, when you find that certain space. Come back to me and we shall talk after you find that certain place. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, so you like to play games?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, a hint for you to find this location.
It is most crowded and most quiet, and gives a cold sensation. So says Mr. Student.
All right. So you're not going to talk unless I find this certain place. I'll play along. Zach, let the treasure hunt begin. A crowded place, and yet it is very quiet there. Have you figured it out, Zach? Must be the graveyard. There's lots of people there, but none of them can speak. You see? So let's get going to the graveyard. Zach, we're supposed to play along with Harry's little game, remember? I know. I'm with you on that. I don't like being played with either, but we've got 3 victims now. So, Zach, about Emily. My first impression when we met her on that bridge is slightly different from what I think about her now. Don't you think she's pretty mesmerizing? And Zach, she seemed interested in you. Did you make a move on her? No, don't answer, I'm just asking. But if you like her, I won't stand in your way. But I'd like to hear the truth. Because this kind of stuff could affect our friendship, you know. Me? I'm just interested in her, that's all. It isn't love or anything. From what I can tell, she doesn't even seem to like me. It's pretty clear from how she acts when she's around me. As you know, Zach, I'm cautious with women. It's because I was badly burned in my last relationship. I really have no idea what women are thinking. That's my problem. You're pretty friendly with the ladies, aren't you, Zach? Maybe you should teach me about how to interact with women.
Just as Harry said, it's crowded and quiet. Hey, Brian.
Agent. Mr. Agent, how are you?
Not bad. I'm, just playing a little game with Harry.
Game? A game? Oh, is that fun?
We've only just started, Brian. The fun is about to begin. I'd like to ask you something, actually. Is there a tree in the graveyard that drops red seeds?
Seeds. Red seeds? That tree does. And that one. And that one too. All red seeds.
¿Por qué de repente aparecen enemigos? ¿Poder? Por favor, dejarme pasar.
Zach, mission accomplished. Let's get back to Harry's. The reward better be good.
But you know about these seeds? They were right here under my nose. It's as if I was carefully carrying a bottle of water while walking in a pool.
We're learning the countryside version of common sense the hard way, Zach. young women left in this town. Even Emily could be targeted next. We can't rule that out. All the more reason to catch the Raincoat Killer ASAP. And that means working closely together. We can work out the Emily situation later.
Don't get me wrong, Zach.
I mean, I'm not interested in Emily because she's female or anything. I'm just saying she's interesting. You know, as in interesting person. But by looking at her, she reminds me of something I used to feel. That's all. Like back when I first met you. You know, that feeling we all used to feel back when we were kids? Feeling safe while also feeling a need to protect, that kind of feeling.
But Zach, who made me feel that back then?
Anyways, we're getting closer one step at a time to cracking this case. I have a feeling it's going to get tough.
Zach, if you notice anything, just stop me.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, finally you have arrived. You are welcome to come inside.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, please proceed to Mr. Stewart's room. There he awaits you, I shall assume.
Bastante fácil el puzzle, supongo que es. Si era 14, supongo 14, 23, 26, 10, 4, sí. Me lo imaginaba. Este puzzle es facilito.
Harry, turns out what you said was true, and I'd like to hear more.
York, as you know, there's a powerful mystery surrounding these seeds. You've seen them at those other murders that took place elsewhere. And you've seen them deeply involved with the murders in this town as well.
That's right. But how do you know all this?
York, you must be younger than you look. Youngsters tend to hurry so much that they let things slip right past them. What you need to do is slow this down a bit. That way you'll see what's really important. Let me tell you a story. 50 years ago, when the war was over, just about when the communist Red started to become a rising threat, our town constructed a huge clock tower. Then, soon afterwards, a serial killer wearing a red raincoat went on a killing spree.
The legend of the Raincoat Killer? Stop playing games with me, Harry. That's nothing more than folklore. The FBI has no such record of a multiple homicide case in this town.
York, Anna, Becky, and now Diane. Their deaths are real, not folklore, not legend. The Raincoat Killer is also real. But under a strict gag order, the mass murder case was never made public. In fact, one could say that it was completely erased from history. Tell me, who do you think would be able to do something like that?
The military.
Very good. A model student.
But if there are no records about it, then how do you know it really happened?
Good question, York. Why would I know this? The answer is very simple. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. The brutal killer himself. But we can talk about the details of that encounter another time. What we need to talk about is your Raincoat Killer. The new Raincoat Killer, if you will. The new Raincoat Killer. Yes, let's call him that. After all, he's not the real one. What you want to know more about is the new one. Between 10 and 20 years ago, I noticed that these red seeds were special, and someone else did too. The human imagination can lead to tragedy sometimes. Someone linked the red seeds to the serial killer legend and said, if you eat the red seeds and then kill someone, you will become immortal. This new fabricated legend was passed on from one to the next, evolving and changing every time, like a rumor. Some may have actually taken the seeds to try them out, to prove the legend, that is. York, the red seeds you have found from those other murders, they all came from this town, together with that one evil rumor. People on the other side of the planet may have heard of it by now, and those seeds might be growing in different parts of the world.
So you're saying that the series of cases I've been following are all linked to this town? That's interesting, Harry. But there's no evidence to support that story. None of the criminals we caught for the other murders ever mentioned anything like that.
It's your job, your own duty to look into that, York. Now, the game must go on. You know I said that the incident 50 years ago was totally erased. Well, not quite. Records still exist in the sheriff's office. The old sheriff back then hated the military and did his own investigation. I need you to bring those documents here to me. Once you've done
Okay, it's worth a look. And we may as well let the old man have his fun. Documents from a case that happened 50 years ago. Let's play along with the old man for a little longer, shall we?
Zach, that means we need to head for the sheriff's department.
Bueno, lo vamos a ir dejando por aquí, que llevamos 3 horas y 20, que es 3 horas y media. Mañana ya continuaremos.